Delta Sigma Phi taught me how to grow up.
Delta Sigma Phi made me a better man because I was able to interact with so many different people that were nothing at all like me.
We all hold athletics very close, and we participate in many intramural sports on campus such as soccer, volleyball, flag football, basketball, ping pong, and many others.
We get the NFL package. Everyone comes into this room and takes a seat.
So living in the house, it really feels like a family. It really feels like a homely experience.
In 1918, the Alpha Sigma chapter started a Strive to Achieve, STA. In 1924, we joined Delta Sigma Phi National and have remained a part of Delta Sigma Phi since. In 1930, Emmanuel Francis Kubek Zalsak III bought the house you see here today, and we've been here ever since. The house was supposed to be the start of the horseshoe on Fraternity Row, but during World War II, all of the males at the University of Maryland went over to serve in the Army and fight against the Axis powers. Unfortunately, when they returned, the Fraternity Row had been moved to the other side of Route 1, and now our house is an island. However, we enjoy our status as an island because it adds individuality to our chapter. In our potential new members, we look for two things: balance and potential. Balance because a man needs to know how to spend his time wisely between his studies, athletics, and his social life. Potential because we want to mold you into a leader we know you can be.
The reason why I joined this house on this campus is opportunity. Joining the Delta Sigma Phi fraternity gave me the opportunity to meet so many people I never would have met before, and it gave me the opportunity to grow as a person. Unlike anywhere else on this campus, this fraternity provides you with the opportunity to fulfill leadership positions. You have the ability as a freshman, sophomore, any year to come into this house and contribute, and watch this house grow due to your hard work.
Last year when I was a freshman, I didn't really see myself as being really fraternity material. I didn't think that I would fit in for Greek life. I really just thought Greeks were for the stigmas in Animal House and whatnot. But this year I decided to go to some of the Rush events just to try it out. And Rush is very short here, so we only get a very short taste of Greek life. But over the process, which was about 5 days, Delta Sigma Phi was one of the houses I visited. And I was very surprised how friendly everyone was, how easy it was to talk to everybody. And generally, I really felt at home, even though I'd only been here for a couple of events. And it's hard when you have to decide to join an organization that's going to be part of your name for the rest of your life, and you only have 5 days to look at it. But I felt pretty confident that Delta Sigma Phi was the right place for me and that I was really going to like it here. And sure enough, I'm now a brother, and I've been here for a few months now, and honestly, I have no regrets.
I've been in the fraternity for about 2 years now. My first semester here, I rushed a lot of different fraternities. I didn't have any one focus because we weren't allowed to pledge the first semester at school. And this was the one fraternity that when I was here, I felt at home. It felt like the guys actually wanted to hang out with you. They weren't just going through the process. They really cared about you. So my second semester, when I came back to school ready to pledge, this was the only place I came, and immediately it was the best decision of my life. I could tell immediately that everyone in my pledge class became real close, and the brothers immediately welcomed us in. And since then, I've been doing a lot of different things with the house. It's made me grow as a person in a lot of different ways. It's made me more outgoing. It's helped me in social situations. And this year I'm living in the house, which has been a whole nother experience. Just being able to live with 18 or a couple of your best friends, everyone in the same house. Every day you walk out and your best friends are just right there. And it's literally an experience that you can't get in any other situation in life.
I've never really had a mentor in my life. I mean, my dad's definitely a role model for me. But I kind of wanted a family and someone I could look up to because I'm from the other side of the U.S. I'm from Colorado. And so I pledged my first semester of college, as I said, and I met this guy named Phil Denton, who was a senior at the time in engineering. And it kind of seemed like he had his head on straight. He's doing 4.0, he's affiliated with every kind of organization on campus you can imagine. And so he took me aside one day and said, "Hey, dude, you got potential, so let's talk." And so we started talking, And in no time, he kind of told me that what Delta Sig is, or what it was at that point, was an opportunity. And he said, if anyone wants to join and get a true experience out of college, he said, join us, take responsibility, and make the most of it.
This spring, we're organizing our first annual soccer tournament hosted by Delta Sigma Phi, and all of the proceeds and money raised will be going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And this event is in the honor of one of our late brothers who passed away last spring from suicide. And it's a way for us to express our gratitude for having known Ben and to help the community be more aware of suicide in a high-stress environment like the college that we're in. This event, our true goal with it is really to have just an incredible time and have a nice sunny day, everyone outside enjoying their lives, and really just see a smile on everyone's face, because this event is about suicide prevention, and we want people to know that there is relief and there is help, and that there's foundations like the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and people like us who have experience with suicide and who really want to make a difference. So we're hoping that this money will help the foundation do some great things and really help people out here in dark times. The tournament was a great success. We raised over $4,000 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And we also had raffles with prizes donated from multiple sports teams in the DC area. And it was a good time. There was free pizza, we had DJs and loud music playing, and everyone had fun. One of my favorite moments with Ben was when we were pledging our fraternity and we were out serenading all the sororities, and Ben was just an incredible guitarist and knew just about every song, and he really wooed a lot of the girls. Some of them were in tears listening to him play the guitar. So it was his smile and his musical talent that really shined through the room that night.
And he had such a great smile, such a great attitude, and you know, we're really sad to lose him. I'll be honest, I didn't really know him that well. We only hung out maybe 7 or 8 times, just like one-on-one talking and stuff. And still, the death kind of affected us all. And the great thing about our brotherhood is that we're really tight-knit, so if we weren't tight-knit already, this definitely strengthened the bond that we all have together.
Ben was one of my best friends in my pledge class. He's actually part of the reason I even decided to pledge, because I was told that he was gonna pledge, and I knew that I'd have a good time during pledging if he was there. He was always looking out for his friends, always looking to help in any way that he could. He tutored me in accounting because he thought because I was freaking out that I might fail, and he didn't want that to ruin my chances of being in this house.
Shortly after Ben died, we went as a group to his funeral, and at the time our president, Mike DeVore, knew he had to make a speech. So we got there, and most of us are in tears at that point, and our president takes the podium at the front of the funeral, and he took off what we use as a motto. We say, Delta Sigma Phi, better men, better lives. And he then went on to say that every now and then you come across a person that makes the people and organization better men for knowing that man. And he explained how Ben Sassoon was the kind of person that goes into a room, and just by knowing him, meeting him, you become a better man. We could have helped him become a better man, but at the same time, Ben was able to show us what kind of a person a man should really be. And just by knowing him, we were able to become better men.
So it's something that's very important. I think it's really important to get the information out there, help others learn how to prevent suicide within their friends and people they know. It's something that's not talked about enough, but it's very prevalent in the college culture. And so it means a lot to us to do an event that's not only raising money to help others stop suicide, but get the awareness out there, get information out there to other college students who either may be going through this themselves or with their friends, and now they'll be able to hopefully take this information and prevent another needless loss of life.
I came to the university not really planning on joining a fraternity or really a specific organization. But after just a few quick visits here at the house, I learned that it was a group of individuals that were motivated and passionate about a lot of the same things I was. Not just the social aspect, but after something greater, something more important, and something that really motivates one's person. When I got here and became president and held many positions, I realized that there's a greater good and there's a sense of that everyone really shares together. The fraternity makes you grow up, you learn business.
A new person to the Greek community right out of high school, I got this experience that applies to any business, any kind of professional situation in my future, that I realized that one person is only as good as the people he works with. And no matter what I face in my future, I can only do so much on my own. And the motivation that I may have has to be instilled in everyone else. And only then can a true goal be accomplished.
There's really no other feeling than working with a group of dedicated men who I call my brothers, to complete any activity, to complete an event, to plan an event, to get through a semester, to manage a budget. The fraternity really is a bunch of guys doing something together, where they can call each other brothers and they can depend on each other. And that's, there's no feeling like depending on someone and having them come through for you. Whether it be the middle of the night, the middle of the day, they always come through.
Professionally, this house has really set me up to be successful. I currently own a restaurant in South Jersey, and that really comes down to learning how to manage people and learning not just managing a business or restaurant, but those people as individuals. Every person is a little bit different than another, needs to be handled a little bit differently, and as president of this house, that's really what set me up with those skills. Delta Sigma Phi taught me how to grow up. It puts you in a position where you're no longer responsible for your own individual actions, but for so many others. Learning that really the actions of one could dictate the end results of an entire organization and group. It allows you to become a man in a type of way that I believe other organizations don't.